Hi, friends. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you're having a nice break after all of the holiday craziness. So, I wanted to make a quick video. You guys know I'm a huge supporter of no contact, but I do understand that there are some situations where you personally feel like you cannot go full no contact or even no contact at all. For example, say your narcissist in your life is maybe your mother-in-law or your father-in-law, and your husband and yourself are not on the same page. Maybe he doesn't see what you see. Maybe your wife doesn't see what you see, and so to keep the peace in the marriage, you're still going to go visit the in-laws. So in that case, and there's situations like that, and I get that. I'm not going to be a judge of anybody who cannot go completely no contact or break free of the craziness. If it's at all possible, you do. I'm always going to say no contact is just the clean way to go, but maybe that's not where you are right now in your life. So in that case, I'm going to say, today it's a couple days after Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. However you feel right now, I think it would be good to kind of keep that in mind, just because all the stress and the anger and the frustration and all the intensity is going to sort of fade with time, and then you're going to do it again. And you'll probably do, because we're creatures of habit, you're going to do the same thing over and over again. And if you can just take a minute to stop and do a check on how you feel right now. And if you feel good, congratulations, you handled it well. If you feel all frazzled and you're still angry and you're still grumbling about what happened a couple days ago or what happened over Thanksgiving, then my advice to you would be to throw away any idea of how you can make the narcissist behave differently, because you can't control them. You can't control the flying monkeys that are helping and supporting this really toxic, ugly behavior. You're never going to change that. They have their own system, and they've been doing it for a lot of years, and they're not going to let you throw a wrench in their fun. So what you can do is change your own personal mindset. You can change the things that are setting you up for failure, because it's your time. It's your vacation time. It's your time with your children. It's your time with your brothers and your sisters if you're visiting. And I would just say, don't let anybody rob you of creating memories and bonding with people that you love. So, for example, mom is a narcissist, but everybody's getting together at your mom's house to have dinner, and you want to see your cousins, and you want to see your brother and your sister and everybody. And, don't let what the narcissist will do, has done, will always do, ruin that for you. Take that opportunity to bond with people you love. So it sounds really easy to do. How do you do that? I think it's a mindset shift where you understand that they are having fun doing exactly what they're doing. And they know how to push your buttons, and they know how to push your brother's buttons and your uncle's buttons and everybody's buttons till everybody's going all crazy, and it's horrible and angry, and the level of negative emotion, whether it comes out or is just bubbling inside of people, is really bad. And that's kind of what they're going for. So there's like this movie, what was it? It's like a kid's movie, Monsters, Inc., where, they're intentionally trying to make these little kids scream, and they're bottling up and saving up and storing all that sadness and fear. And so if you think of the narcissist, as ugly as that sounds, they're bottling up all of that negative emotion, like they're storing it up like chipmunks for the winter. It's like they're going to go over and over in their mind how they successfully triggered you and successfully triggered everyone and started a little fight, and it snowballed into this horrible thing. So if you think about it like that, and then you say, well, sorry, not today, that's not going to happen to me, and you can't force other people in your family to change their ways, or to stop reacting to the narcissist. But people do pay attention, and maybe with your example, then they might be like, hey, you look so relaxed, and mom's being all crazy drama mama, and you look fine. Like, how are you doing that? And you can just say, what you're doing. And I think the best thing to do to be able to get there, to genuinely be able to get there, is understand you can't control other people. The same way that you don't want to be controlled, I don't want to be controlled. I can't control my mother. So I know going into it that if I go to my mother's house, which I don't anymore, but if I were to go and visit, I would know exactly what the game is, what's going to happen, and I would intentionally choose to guard my emotions and my heart from getting upset with people, this person who's intentionally trying to hurt me. And it's like basketball, where you have an assisted, like players that assist. So someone's going to pass the ball, and someone's going to, make, I don't know the terminology, sorry, I'm not like really big on sports, but whatever sport you have somebody who is making the winning shot, and you have somebody who is assisting. And so those flying monkeys are going to assist, and that's what they're going to do, and that's what they're always going to do. So you have to take control over your emotions. You have to take responsibility for the way that you respond to things. And if you go with a clear-cut plan of, I'm going to go to my mom's house, or I'm going to go to my dad's house, and I'm going to bond with my sister, then don't let anybody stop you from bonding with whoever you want to bond with. Maybe you don't get along with your brothers and your sisters, but you love your nieces and your nephews, or your grandkids, or whatever. Then you have to go there with the end in mind. Like, why are you going? Why are you going to put yourself through all of this potential emotional torment? Well, first of all, if you know what you're aiming for, then you can protect that goal. You say, well, I don't like my mother-in-law, but I love my husband, and my husband wants to see his parents. And so by doing this, I'm going to be supporting my husband. He's going to be happy. And we're going to be closer. So that's a great reason, to spend time with people in the background, or to tolerate people in the background. Tolerate not in a rude way, not in a judgmental way, and not ruin it. So like if your husband does not understand that his mother is a narcissist, talking is not going to make him understand. So you can't just like thrash his mom. He's going to get upset with you, and you're going to hurt his feelings, and he's going to protect her. So that doesn't do anything but like destroy your marriage. So what's the point of that? So if your goal is to bond with somebody, go and bond with them, and get it out of your head that there's anything that you can do to mitigate situation, like to change the narcissist, to calm her down. She doesn't want to be calm. She doesn't want to be calm. One time I remember my mom through this, this is years ago. This was the last Thanksgiving I ever spent at my mom's house, and it was something crazy from like this recipe, and she was cooking, and all of a sudden she was crying in hysterics because she needed this certain spice, and was doing this recipe that she had never done before. And so we were like, why are you making that, Mom? Like, I thought you were going to make the ones that she always makes, because she's a great cook. Oh, leave me alone. You're always criticizing me. But she was dead set on doing a recipe a certain way. And we couldn't understand why. And then she was crying because it didn't taste right. She was crying because she didn't have whatever she needed. And so then we're like, fine, I'll go to the store. What do you need? But then she wouldn't say what she needed. And then when you pull, it's like pulling teeth to get like, what is it that you need that's going to fix this situation? And then she said whatever spice it was or something. And she needed it, right? So I was like, fine, whatever. It's like cold and it's rainy and the stores are all crazy, but let me go to the store and get this one thing. And I go to this thing and then I come back and it's like, oh, that's not the right one. But she wasn't specific. She didn't say what she wanted. And so, okay, let's go back out to the store. And so then, like, my husband's getting angry because it's like, not only, like, why didn't you say it the first time? Okay, whatever. And then causes fights because it's like, just get her what she wants, But he's the one going out and getting it. So it's these little things that snowball and hurt feelings and start these resentments. And so then, that that last Thanksgiving, I remember after everything was all said and done, and I got in a fight with my husband over that dumb ingredient. And then we came home with it, and then she finished cooking. And afterwards, when we were all cleaning up, I saw, I can't even remember, I think it was like a can of something and some ingredient that it was tucked away in the cupboard. So she didn't even use it. And I remembered that. I remembered the big fight I got in with my husband. I remembered the crying. I remembered my sister saying something like, Mom, why are you even doing this? Like, stick to the stuff, we like. And then my mom crying that my sister was always attacking her. And then I got mad at my sister because I didn't hear exactly what happened, but I was hearing my mom's story. And I ought to just believed my mom because I didn't know she was a narcissist at the time. And it just all these little things that snowballed, and my sister's feelings got hurt because I was like, why are you being mean to Mom? Why are you putting pressure on Mom? Look, she's crying. And my sister's like, I didn't do anything. And my husband's mad at me and all of these things, and then I'm snapping at the kids. So I bring up this story because it seems stupid, because it is. Like, but the ingredients in the cupboard, it was like clicked for me that it was all this big dramatic show, and they didn't even matter, and it caused all kinds of problems. And the reason she couldn't be specific was because she didn't need it. What she needed was the drama. What she needed was the little he, knowing that she was starting within the family these little waves that grew bigger and bigger and have these unintended consequences. So, my friends, if you cannot avoid spending time with narcissists, if you're going to do it for whatever your reasons are, just know that their craziness is not crazy like a fox. Like, they know exactly what they're doing, and it's intentional. And go with the purpose and bond with the people that you want to bond with, and make nice memories. Because if you go there thinking that you're going to be able to have a nice Christmas this time and you're just sort of walking into it, you're going to get destroyed. And the way you feel right now, if you're all exhausted and frazzled, and it's just going to happen again. It's going to happen over and over and over and over again. And that seems so boring and unnecessary. And at the time when I would go through it every single year, I'd say, oh my God, that was exhausting. I'd feel exhausted. But now, having a break from it, I will never go back. Never go back. And I never want to make my children or my husband feel the way that my mother, or the way that my father, the way that some of my aunts and my uncles would make us feel. So no need to have a pity party. Just learn from the bad examples and break the cycle. I hope you have a wonderful new year. I hope you have amazing new memories, and you have time. You give yourself time to stop and reflect on all the things that you do have, and all of the lessons that you learned, and all the ways that you're going to do things differently, so that you will never make someone feel the way that the narcissists have made you feel. Okay. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Good night.